Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Marte. I come from Norway and I love makeup. And today I'm going to just do a simple tutorial basically where I do this look that I have on my eyes right here, and I did just end up using my Carli Bybel palette just because I know that in the crisis that we're in right now, people are not really buying a lot of new makeup. So I thought I would just play with something that I know that a lot of people have. And it definitely does have some beautiful spring shades in here, and there's basically just a lot of different things you can do with this palette. So I've only used it once and I did want to play a bit more with it, and I have wanted to play with the red and the peachy shade ever since I did my first impression, honestly. I'm quite sure I mentioned it then as well. So if you want to see how I use this palette to achieve this look, then please keep on watching. I'm going to do things a little bit differently today than what I usually do, so I'm going to go in with this beautiful peachy shade called Cindy first, and I'm going to just apply that basically all over my crease, and then I'm going to use Stev, the more red shade, in both my inner and outer crease to make sort of like a halo eye. And I think I will go in with this one in the middle of the eye and this one in the outer parts of the lid. And I only have my NARS smudge proof eyeshadow primer on, and I did apply some concealer just right here because I need to take it up here, if not I'm going to have like a blue spot right there. So I just really wanted to cover that up before going in with any eyeshadow. But I do like to do my base after the eyeshadow, just in case I have some glitter fallout and that kind of stuff, because it's not fun to get that away. And as you can see, I'm just placing the pigment and then I'm just buffing out the edges, honestly. And I want this to be very springy and not super dark, honestly. I want it to be a bit more wearable look, because often I do quite dark looks and it's not really everyday looks. As I said, I want to use the shade Move for my middle lid, and I'm just going to use my finger right here, I think, to pack it on. And as you can see, since I have a hooded, like a very hooded eye, even though it looks like it's a nice triangle when I have my eyes closed, it's going to look really uneven when I open them up. So I have to like try to make the shape go like this. I think I actually want to use a brush for that other shade because it's just a little bit hard for me to come in with my fingers to the inner corner. So I'm just going to take this small pointed pencil brush almost, and I'm just packing on this shade Aura. And I think I will just go ahead and spray it just to make sure I get the pigment that I want. And then I'm just going to go in here. Oh, that is such a pretty shade. I want to be a little bit careful with the wet brush, because if you start wiping it without enough product, you will probably like mess up your mattes with the liquid. Wow, that is really pretty. I'm sorry, I think it's a bit light for you guys. And this is a shade that is very like crumbly and loose, as you can see, so you definitely need some setting spray or glue or something like that just to make it stick a little bit better to your eye and be able to place it. Just to see if I can get that same intensity, I'm going to do the same with the shade Move, and try to pack that on a bit more on the middle of the lid, because I feel like Aura is more intense, but it might just be the formula itself. So I'll just try to build this up a little bit. You can see it's not as sparkly, but it does get more intense. And I really love this combination. It's like so easy, but yet so beautiful. And honestly, I think we're basically done. So I'll basically do exactly the same that I did here on my lower lash line as well, I think. I'm just packing that on into the lower lash line, and then I'll be dragging it out here so we get a nice shape like this, just to correct the fact that my eye goes very in here. And I will also blend it out with Cindy. Now I'm doing the same here, and I'm trying to like wing it a bit like this so that I have an open space for my inner corner highlight. Now I'm using my Kaleidos Makeup S5 brush, and I'm just applying Cindy right in the middle there. Make sure that I don't have any fallout right there, so I don't get that red way under my eye. And when I'm happy with that blend, I'm just going back into Stev just to make sure that I still have that red here. Now I'm taking the shade Moo, I'm spraying my brush of course, and I will just be packing that in the middle of my lower lash line. And I'm not sure if I will use that other shade as well. Just see what I like. So I'm thinking it could be nice with just a little bit of that other shade. So I'm taking a tiny bit of Aura right here just to like blend out that shade. So I think that is how I would like my lower lash line. So now I will just be using my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Milk in my inner corner, and then I will top it off with the shade Boli, I think. And that is basically the eyeshadow look, so I will go ahead and finish up my other eye, put on some lipstick, and then I will show you a close-up. But I did forget to mention that I did also use Cindy as my blush actually. And I did use Boli as my highlight, but it's quite pretty, but it's also got a bit darker undertone than my actual skin, so I was trying to be a little bit careful so that I don't get too much of a rosy pinky base to it. That is my finished look using the Carli Bybel palette for a spring look, and I do really enjoy these shades. They're super bright and beautiful together, and yeah, I just generally enjoy the formula and the look that I came up with. It's really pretty in my opinion, and I do like this kind of placement of the shadows, like more of a halo eye, and also dragging it like sort of down to my lower lash line. But yeah, I hope that you also liked it. Please comment down below what you thought of it. Do you already have this palette yourself, and how do you like it? And yeah, if you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do that if you want to see more content from me. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!